Hi guys, today is August 11th, and in honor of 80-10-10, since today is 8/11, I thought I would talk a little bit about how I'm expanding outside the 80-10-10 parameters, but also express my gratitude and my love of 80-10-10, and talk a little bit about intuitive eating. I've been following 80-10-10 for almost 6 years now, and I can tell you that it has been tremendous for me in terms of healing and so many benefits. I love this simple, clean way of eating. I think it's amazing. My body really has healed so much over the years. I'm still in the process of healing, but I'm doing so much better than ever before. Now I've been expanding outside the parameters of 80-10-10 for a little while now with some ingredients that you already know about and some other ingredients that I've been testing the waters with lately. Also, I've been expanding my fat intake a little bit. So 80-10-10 is very clean, fruits, vegetables, a small amount of nuts and seeds, and really not a whole lot of anything else in terms of food that goes in. As you know, I have been using apple cider vinegar, which I really feel is still helping me a lot. There's something in that stuff, I don't know what it is, but my body has such a positive result from using that. I haven't had any hormonal headaches, no hormonal cramping to speak of, and I don't know what it is. I don't know how that stuff works or what it's doing, but it definitely helps. You also know that I've been using coconut aminos, which has some sodium in it, and I've been using that a little bit more these days and really enjoying it. In addition to the coconut aminos, I've also been using some coconut nectar for a sweetener every once in a while. I like it. It has sort of like a sweet tanginess to it. I've also been adding a little bit of salt into my diet, which on 80-10-10 is a huge no-no. Around the time that I had the Heidelberg test to test my stomach acid, I was doing a lot of research about stomach acid, and a lot of stuff was coming up about the importance of salt. And there's so many doctors who recommend having a little bit of salt in your diet. So I feel like a little bit of sodium is okay. I definitely wouldn't overdo it. I'm not into like pouring salt on. I'm talking about like a little sprinkle or a little pinch. Not a big deal. Another thing that you guys know about is the cultured foods. I've been adding in some sauerkraut, and I've even been adding in some salted sauerkraut and cultured vegetables. You know that I'm doing the raw coconut yogurt. Something else that I would completely avoid before was herbal teas, and I have been exploring a little bit with that lately, especially because for some reason I've been experiencing motion sickness more when I travel on a plane. Ever since I went to Costa Rica last year, my flight to Costa Rica, I felt so nauseated, and that was a terrible feeling because I haven't had that in so long. And every flight since then, especially if it's a little bumpy, I've been experiencing some weird stomach stuff, from heartburn. I'll get really bad heartburn, or nausea. So something that's really helped me has been herbal peppermint tea. I love that. So now whenever I fly, I always make sure I have herbal peppermint tea bags in my purse so that if I have an issue with that and I drink it and I have no problems. It totally balances me out, prevents the nausea, prevents the heartburn. So herbal teas, I see a use for them. I'll also have an herbal tonic every once in a while. I'm kind of exploring that area because there are benefits. I'm seeing the benefits of herbs, and I'm seeing the benefits of some of these superfoods, and I'm having fun exploring and trying them out. I've also been using nutritional yeast. I was seeing it in different places, seeing it on the shelf, seeing it in certain recipes, and something about it, I really wanted to try it and have it. I know there's some controversy about it, but I'm really not so sure about the controversy surrounding it. So I've been using it and really enjoying it. Other things that I've been using are Dijon mustard, stone ground mustard, organic of course. My husband also uses this incredible yellow mustard on his veggie burgers that he has, and it's so good. So I'll have that once in a while. That one's not organic, but he does use an organic ketchup, and I'll use that every once in a while too because it's so tasty. Maple syrup. I love maple syrup, and I've been drawn to having that too from time to time, so I'll use a little bit of that in either recipes or pour a little on my banana ice cream, and it's just amazing. Also, expanding outside the parameters of 80-10-10, I've been increasing my fat intake. Somewhere between 12 and 18 to 20%. I find that this is really suiting me well. I'm finding that I sleep a lot more sound when I have a little more fat in my diet. And of course, there are times when I don't crave any fat at all and I don't have it. But for the most part, I'm really enjoying having a little more fat in my diet. I notice that my skin is a little bit more moisturized, moist. I don't have this scaly dry patch on my elbow that I was having for quite a while. In addition to increasing my fats, I've also started taking a digestive enzyme, just lipase, for fat digestion. And I find that this helps me to digest this fat that I'm eating, and I don't break out on my back. I'm not having the acne breakouts on my back that I would get if I increased my fat intake and didn't have that extra help to digest it. So why am I expanding outside the 80-10-10 parameters? I've been drawn to trying different things, trying different foods, really enjoying and desiring more savory foods. I haven't been into salads at all lately, but I've been exploring all these fun different recipes that I've been creating on my own and trying from other people. And it's just been a lot of fun for me. I'm really enjoying it, really feeling, trying out different stuff and kind of expanding what I've been doing. In the past, I would look at these things and say, no, that's not 80-10-10. I can't do that. I can't allow myself to have that. And I would avoid it. But now I am open to trying that stuff and testing the waters and seeing what happens. And really, the only issue that I've had at all with any of this stuff is when I've had too much fat. When I go past a certain amount, like past 20%, I definitely notice that I start getting a yeast infection. Then I just cut back and I'm fine. As long as I stay within my healthy parameters, I have no problems whatsoever. I think it's really important for people to not be restrictive, because when you're restrictive, that's when you feel deprived. That's when you want to eat cooked food or eat things that really don't serve your body and can really throw you off the deep end. So I think it's important to be open. And if you want to test things out and you want to try them, I think it's okay to experiment and try different things. That's how you learn and grow. That's how you find out what works for you. And that's what makes life fun. I'm still not cooking any of my food. I don't feel drawn to cooking my food. I really love eating simple for my first and second meal of the day. I love eating fresh fruits, eating primarily mono meals, but also every once in a while I'll combine some fruits together, and I really enjoy that simplicity. I really enjoy the flavor of fruits. how juicy they are, and how, especially in the summertime right now, like fruit is just, so amazing. And I love that. I love being able to eat this way. And then at night for my evening meal, I love the savory meals, and I love creating noodle dishes and just playing around with all different kinds of varieties. I'm really like tuning into what am I wanting, really tuning into what I'm desiring to eat and following through with that. I find whenever I do that, I have the most enjoyable meal. The food just tastes so good to me, and it typically is not like that when I go against what I'm wanting. Like when I eat something that I'm just not craving or I'm not having a desire for, the meal just totally falls flat. It's not enjoyable. But when I eat something that I'm really feeling, like I'm really feeling this meal, I'm really feeling having this variety of vegetables and this type of sauce, and it ends up turning out so good, and I just am in love with eating this way. I really believe there's a lot of wisdom going on inside us, guiding us to what we need, and tuning into that is so important. I'm just really loving where I'm at right now and creating new and different dishes and just exploring different varieties of herbs and seasonings, and hopefully someday I'm going to make a recipe book that will have something for everyone in it, and I can share all the different things that I'm making right now and kind of reach a wider audience. I really feel that the 80-10-10 diet is so beneficial. Maybe the ratios can bounce around for different people, and it's all about exploring really what works best for you, because some people are going to do better with a little more fat. Some people are going to need less fat, like I did in the beginning. I really needed to like completely cut out the fat because I was having serious yeast issues and also fungal issues and blood sugar issues, and all kinds of different things were going on that I really needed to cut the fat out for a while and experiment and explore. And I'm so grateful for that time and so grateful for the ability that we all have in our bodies to heal. And not everyone is going to be drawn to 80-10-10, but there's so many people who are interested in eating raw, and maybe not even 100%, maybe 50% or 80%. And some people are going to want to eat like super, super clean, and other people are going to want to have more variety and want to be able to play with more ingredients. And I'm kind of feeling drawn to creating more in that direction. And of course, I'll also have super simple recipes as well, because I am drawn to super simple, and I love creating easy, fast, simple recipes that are really clean. And there's such a beauty in that. But there's also a beauty in being able to share some more recipes that have a little bit more ingredients in them and some more seasonings, and just pulling in some outside things that are still relatively healthy, and being able to create certain tastes. You can't always create certain tastes with just fruits and vegetables, and there are certain things that you want to create, certain savory sauces that the traditional 80-10-10 diet doesn't see as healthy, and I want to explore some other things, but still loving raw, still eating raw, and that's where I'm at right now. Before I end this video, I just want to pull my hair back. Every once in a while, the way the shadows of my hair kind of crowd around my neck, it creates these weird shadows that people have commented and said, it looks like you have a goiter. So just for all of those people who might think that, because if 1 or 2 or 3 people say it, there's a lot of other people who think it, and so I figured I better address it. I don't have a goiter. I have a really long, skinny pencil neck, and I have a healthy thyroid, so just kind of wanted to show you guys that. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and share it with your friends. And by the way, now that my website is done and I have a little bit more time on my hands to create videos, I'm going to try to post a video every Tuesday. Hopefully I can stick with that schedule. That's it for me. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time.